So in episode 12 of Demon Slayer, we found out that this specific demon was in this mansion devouring people for a specific reason, but then we also found out a couple of key interesting things about this demon as well. Now, just like back in episode 4 during the final selection, we get the backstory of that specific demon, that gigantic demon, but here specifically in episode 12, we get the backstory of this demon, and his name is called I believe it's Kyogai, and he's having a conversation with, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce his name. I apologize if I butchered it, but he's having a conversation with Muzan. Muzan pretty much notices that while Kyogai is eating this human, that he can only, pretty much he got full off of eating this demon, and he, Muzan pretty much says like, like that's all you can take. You're done. You're through. You were ranked, and pretty much, he strips him of his number because Kyogai is what was one of the 12 demon moons. And just like Dr. Tamayo said to Tanjiro back in episode 10, that the real 12 demon moons actually do have their numbers on their eyes. And, again, in Muzan's conversation with Kyogai, that he pretty much stripped him by putting this X mark on Kyogai's eye here. He's the lower moon number 6, and he pretty much was one of the weaker ones. So basically, it's basically like an asterisk next to his name type of thing. But it was very interesting for us to get this information from about him in his memory in this episode of episode 12. Now, one of the other key information that we found out from between episode 11 and 12 is that Kyogai could use these drums because basically this was his demon blood art, that basically his ability was to be able to shift the room using 2 of the 3 drums in the more than likely 3, because there was one on his back, but I forgot the kid's name at the moment in time. But the one little boy in the episode, he gets the other drum on Kyogai's back. He was because he was basically explaining that one fell off of his back, and he was actually using that one to shift the room as well. So 3 out of the 4 drums on Kyogai could shift the room, or should I say shift rooms period within this match, not just one specific room. But also the one of the 4 drums would be his attacking mechanism as well, where it would basically like him slashing at the ground, or this is part of the back ceiling, back wall in this room where Tanjiro was. And it was just really really cool to see this demon do this stuff. But also with that, Tanjiro pretty much found out how to counter, how to try to counter in his fight with Kyogai. So just a really really cool spot to be able to see this specific demon in action in episode 12. And I want to mention just how cool this spot was where the demon was upside down. Actually, Tanjiro was upside down because he shifted the room to the point, like per the image here, where Kyogai was on the ground. Like I said, Tanjiro was up on the ceiling. This was just a really really cool spot here. But this demon was a great demon to see in action, like I said, guys. But I'm really really interested to seeing how everything finalizes in episode 13 this coming Saturday, because this was just a fun episode in itself with every character, but at the same time, the one of the main ones, Nezuko, wasn't in the past couple of episodes, which was kind of they showed her here in episode 12, but they didn't show her at all in episode 11 last weekend. But all in all, guys, great demon, great information about this demon, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Like I said, this coming Saturday in episode 13 between Tanjiro and Kyoga moving forward. But with that, guys, I'm about to be out. Let me know your thoughts. What did y'all think of this video? Let's have a conversation in the comment section. Fill up to it, and I will talk to you on the next Demon Slayer video. Peace, guys.